to meet you. I'm Ops. My name is Gregory. Everybody's calling me Ops. First of all, before we go step up to all those professional questions, is it your true name, Greenfield?
It is, which is quite amazing, huh?
On ma nazwisko Greenfield, wiecie, zielone pole.
Greenfield, JuicyFields, Greenfield. I mean, Cannabis.
I think no. It's marketing thing. It's not. It can't be real.
It seems like I would have changed this, right? Okay. Just to fit into the industry, but no.
And my name is Klepaczka, so it's in Polish. You can talk for somebody who talks a lot. So
okay, so you got the right job too, huh?
Man, tell me, what is hemp for you in general?
It's a big question. Look, hemp for me is the most amazing plant. You know, it's so versatile. I mean, what can't you do with hemp, right? So you can use it for paint, you can use it for building, you can use it for textiles and clothing. It's the miracle plant, right? And it's just such a shame that it's been criminalized and stigmatized for so long. So I'm just very proud and happy to be working for a company that's making a positive change for this plant and destigmatizing it and making its reputation finally a really good one.
Okay.
You know?
Nice.
So I think everyone wants to see positive change, you know, especially with regards to, decriminalizing, legalizing the growth of both recreational and medical cannabis. I think everyone's positive and really helping to move things forward here. And I think that's really been great to see, because we travel the world, and to see these kind of people is really encouraging for us.
So the activism touched your heart.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I think it's great. It's you see this all over the world, but it's always a really pleasant surprise to see the people in all the countries we visit being so positive.
It's not only about the money, the event, but we've got a big mission.
It's about driving the industry forward, destigmatizing, and really just making sure that, you know, we are leaving the bad times of cannabis behind us, because you know, the future's bright, you know, the future's green.
And tell me, the Polish market, how do you rate it? Is it worth to invest here or no? I would say, why is it worth investing right now?
Look, I mean, there's huge opportunities all over the world, but look, again, because of the people, because of the activism, because of the positivity, again, we need to see changes, we need to see government changes, we need to see legislation changes, the laws need to loosen up and make things easier, because look, this is a fantastic plant that does amazing things for so many people and so many different industries all over the world. So because of the people that we're meeting here and the positivity, it can't fail.
Basically, we have to go back to the roots.
Yeah,
we were already there, but
which is again, the roots is a nice way of describing
future, back to the roots.
Exactly, there's some good sound bites here.
We've got the plant doesn't need any marketing, because the nature is the marketing already.
Yeah, exactly. Again, and like you say, with all the activism and all the people, speaking so positively here, I think it can only succeed.
Okay, so we agree on that we need changes and push everything forward.
Yes.
How in the hell should we convince the government to decriminalize, to legalize, or at least to convince them stop help us and don't make the opposite?
Well, look, I think look, the fact that we've got so many countries who are now legalizing, it's going to cause a knock-on effect, right? You've got Germany, you've got Malta, you know, Greece are starting to look like they're going to change. The more countries that show that it works, the more their economies get boosted, especially after COVID, when economies have been really affected. You know, New York City is making a change. As soon as countries which haven't legalized start to see the positive impact on the economy, and that's where the government's going to make a difference, right? Because governments care about money, and they care, unfortunately, that's more interesting for them than sometimes, social mobility and making changes for the people. So as soon as they see that there's a huge benefit from legalizing and being able to tax this plant and sell it legally, it's going to become impossible to ignore.
Okay, and what's the difference from the UK market? You've got difficulties as well, or is it easier?
I'm based in Berlin, so so I'm very lucky. I'm what we call a Brexit refugee.
I lived in Berlin 10 years.
Beautiful.
Love this city.
Beautiful. So I managed to get out of the UK and moved to a country which is now legalizing cannabis. So again, the Greenfield name is working for me there, you know. So look, I hope that the UK will start to follow. Again, at the moment we've got Germany, we've got Malta, you know, there's Switzerland and Netherlands who are doing pilot
so this
schemes.
is your core, like Germany, Malta, Switzerland, not the UK market.
These ones are the ones that are pushing for legalization, you know. Netherlands as well, they've got pilot schemes that are happening in the next couple of years. So we're looking at changes there which are going to have a knock-on effect, hopefully for countries like Poland, like neighboring countries of Germany. As soon as they see the economy getting boosted, why wouldn't they make a change?
Right. I'm jealous of the street food that you can eat. Man, I miss that. I love my country. I moved like 5 years ago, but I miss those good, cheap food in Berlin from all my Arab friends. But anyway, tell me, and I'm like super curious about this. It's not like actor play for me, but what's basically JuicyFields? Because at the end, I'm always asking, do you have maybe questions that I supposed to ask you about your company? But I really don't have a clue. What are you doing, guys?
Okay, so let me sum up what we do at JuicyFields.
Online or so it's super interesting.
Okay, so basically there's three sides to our business. Okay. We work with medical cannabis plantations who are growing high THC, the good stuff, the medical cannabis throughout the world. So we have plantation partners in Uruguay, in Colombia, Costa Rica, Portugal, South Africa, Denmark. We've got a lot of plantation partners, okay? We invest in those plantations to help them to get the licenses that they need to grow the right standard of medical cannabis and then export it, so that our buying partners can then purchase this cannabis for patients who need to use this for pain and for, you know, epilepsy, other things that it really helps with, you know. So in Germany you can get medical cannabis on a prescription very easily, but the problem is at the moment that the supply is outweighed by the demand. So what we're trying to do is democratize and make it easier for people to get hold of medical cannabis throughout the world. So those are two sides of our business. And the other really unique side of our business is that we have a crowd-growing platform. So what that means is that you can go on to JuicyFields.io and you can foster the cannabis plants that we're growing. So what this means is you can invest a minimum of 50 euros if you want.
What does it mean foster? Because I didn't understood the word.
What it means is that you pay some money to look after the plant while it grows, and when we then sell that plant, you make a profit.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's.
So you've got a plantation is your partner.
Yes.
You are collecting money from many people and
online.
With those funds you are helping a specific plantation to expand their business.
Exactly.
Somehow.
And then we're getting more medical cannabis out to the market. So basically, everything feeds each other. There's more medical cannabis to go around. People are making a profit.
And why are you doing it? Because the plantations don't have they don't have enough money to make better marketing or grow?
So, I mean, we basically get involved with small to medium-sized plantations, right? So we help the small to medium-sized ones to grow and to obtain their licenses, because, you know, the cannabis industry, like other things, is dominated by big business, you know, big farmers getting involved.
Of course.
What we're trying to do is make sure that the smaller to medium-sized plantations can get a slice of the action. And therefore, everyone's feeding everyone, and we're helping everyone to grow, you know? So our aim is that by 2025, that we're going to be in the top 6 cannabis growers in the world. And already we are growing year on year. We've got 200,000 people now using our platform, and, you know, the sky's the limit for us. So
200,000?
Yeah,
nice.
I would suggest that anyone just check out JuicyFields.io and see what we're doing, because if you're going to invest in something and try and make some money, then make some money out of cannabis.
Interesting thing. I really like this. Nice, man. We've got everything in Polish, so możecie iść. You've got a Polish version.
Okay, make it easy for people. Yeah.
Okay. Very interesting thing.
No niestety lub bardziej stety, na tę stronę już nie wejdziesz. Zarówno ona, jak i wszystkie profile na portalach społecznościowych z profilami nawet tego pana zniknęły z powierzchni i głębin internetu. Podobnie jak pieniądze pozyskane od setek tysięcy inwestorów z całego świata, a mówi się tu o kwocie 900 milionów euro. Pełne śledztwo na all time high. Dziękuję raz jeszcze ekipie Cannabis za obudzenie mojej czujności i uwierzcie, JuicyFields proponowało mi bardzo dobre wynagrodzenie za pozyskiwanie nowych inwestorów z naszej weedweekowej społeczności. A wracając do tego pana oraz pracowników JuicyFields, nie mam 100% pewności, że wszyscy byli świadomi procederu łącznie z tym typem. Moim zdaniem wiedział o wszystkim, ale nikogo nie oskarżam i odpowiedź pozostawiam tobie.
And as you mentioned, because when you hear all those podcasts in the States and so on, the most problem is about the small companies. The people that were in the business for years, they grounded, they made the whole scene. And then comes a big player, from tobacco player anywhere or big pharma, and they can eat everything.
And again, the recreational side is a little different because obviously, you know, it doesn't follow the same structure as the medical cannabis side, and medical cannabis has to be grown to such exacting standards that it's really, it costs a lot of money, it takes a lot of time to get the cannabis to the standard that is required to then be used for pharmacies, you know?
And the equipment is much more expensive. I mean, as a medical scale, although it's the same scale, but it's like 5 times
everything's more expensive. But, you know, at the same time, you know, we're just trying to get more medical cannabis to more people that need it. Because, you know, at the end of the day, there's too many people taking big pharma drugs for issues that they could be using medical cannabis for. So the more people we can get using medical cannabis to treat their problems, the better.
So basically, I'm going to your website. I can invest some money in it in a long-term perspective.
Long-term or short-term, we allow you. I mean, in 108 days, you can make a profit because that's the growing cycle. So you invest 50, and within 108 days, you'll be making a profit. So again, it's really easy to get involved.
Cryptocurrencies as well?
Cryptocurrency, bank transfer, whatever you like.
Cash?
I mean, cash is more difficult. Hey, we can work out with a bank transfer or cryptocurrency, and as I say, we got so many e-growers who are really enjoying being a part of the cannabis industry without having to obtain the licenses needed, you know, to otherwise work in it. And as I say, we've got 200,000 people plus now using it. And also, if you go on Telegram, you know, the social media Telegram, we have individual channels in different languages where you can communicate with other e-growers.
Okay.
So if you don't want to take my word for it, ask those guys and they'll tell you how fantastic this is.
We'll do that. Thanks. Super interesting thing. I have to check this.
Great to see you, man.
Yeah. Bye bye. Sprawdzajcie.